Hi guys, my name is Alex. I'm a sex coach and welcome back to another episode of Sex Coach answering internet sex questions on Reddit. So in this series, I choose a couple questions to answer on Reddit about sex from the perspective of a sex coach, an amazing sex coach like me. So if that sounds interesting, then let's get into the video. First question. So I noticed that this person posted twice in like the same time frame, and so I thought this was pretty funny to highlight. The first thing they say is, telling a girl she is doing so good is really hot while she's giving head. And she elaborates a little bit saying, do it, it makes her want to give head all the time. And I would have to say, I agree, you should be expressive. You should tell your partner what you like about the sex, especially if you like it, because that's going to encourage them to do it even more. And then the next question it's an actual question this time, they say, hot things I can say to him while I give him a head for a longer period of time. So they're good on the receiving the dirty talk during the head, but they're wondering what they can say while they have a penis in their mouth. So I would encourage them to say whatever they want to say, and I think anything they say is going to be better than not saying anything. No one wants a silent partner. No one wants to just have sex with a person that just lays there and does nothing, no breathing, no moaning, no talking whatsoever. The only thing I am wondering about is the logistics of speaking in complete sentences while you have an object in your mouth. So that would be the only thing I would say. Don't pause too much and stop the head too much just to talk to your partner. I would say go at it for a while if they like it, and then maybe take a little break, a little breather. And during that breather, you can tell them some naughty things and some things that you feel and that you like doing this thing to them, and they can talk back. And then you go back to doing what you're doing and give them a chance to dirty talk you so that they can tell you that they like what you're doing and all that kind of stuff. And then it's super hot because dirty talk makes sex amazing. So if you're not currently dirty talking, then what are you doing? Why are you even having sex? Because this sex is not going to be as good. So just cut it out and start dirty talking. Moving on to question number 2. Question number 2 is not actually a question, it's another statement, but I wanted to address it because I agree with it. I couldn't agree with it more. It says, I love when guys moan. I don't know why you guys are ever afraid to hold back. Scream my name. Tell me whose dick it is. And yes, this goes into my answer to the first point, which was dirty talk. If you don't dirty talk, then your sex sucks, basically. Moan and dirty talk. Be expressive. These things are huge contributors to sexual pleasure and sexual quality because there's such a strong and powerful psychological response to sex. We want to create that in our partners. We want to give them something to listen to, something to process in their brain other than just physical stimulation. So that psychological stimulation paired with what's happening to their genitals, that is what creates an amazing, unbelievable sexual experience, and ones that I want you guys to be able to provide. Moving on to question 2, but really I guess 3. I don't know at this point. Anyway, when does the pain of your partner sleeping with someone else go away? So we are now into the realm of depression and horrible sadness. And they elaborate, and basically they're with their husband cheated on them despite her being pregnant with their child, and they have been married for 5 years. And it is horrible, it is terrible, and I actually have a video where I addressed, can you ever get over cheating, which I will link in the description below. But for the sake of this video, I will answer this again, and it depends on your partner. Is it ever going to go away? That pain of betrayal, is that ever going to go away? It might not, honestly. It could never go away, and it could ruin the relationship entirely. And that is not necessarily a bad thing, because if you think about it, should you be with someone that has betrayed you to that level? And I think that's what you really need to wrap your head around. If you're already married and committed to this person, it's a little bit harder to do, especially if you have a child on the way. That complicates things so much, and I feel so much for this person. It's a horrible thing to do, and it is basically the ultimate betrayal. And sometimes it is irreconcilable. Sometimes it will ruin the relationship, and that is just how it is. Give it enough time and enough kind of forgiveness if you feel that your partner is truly sorry for what they did and they truly apologize and they work with you to try to remedy that. Even in those circumstances where your partner is amazing after the betrayal and is really committed to you, and maybe they made a mistake at trying to see if the grass is greener on the other side and it wasn't, even if they are truly regretting their decision, sometimes it can't be repaired. Sometimes that it will always be in the back of your head, that betrayal. And how can you have a relationship with someone, a good relationship with someone, if that trust has been broken so badly? So unfortunately, I can't say that there is a time frame when you will get over this. You may never ever get over cheating, and it's just such a horrible thing, and that's really all I can say about it, unfortunately. So hopefully question number 4, or I guess question number 3 now, will lighten the mood a little bit, because cheating sucks. Don't do it. Alright, so next question. I cannot get my boyfriend to come no matter what I do. Any advice? And they go on to saying that he can't have an orgasm through penetration or oral, and it seems to only be when he is masturbating. And to me, as I was reading this question, I was thinking, okay, this guy probably can have an orgasm through masturbation and not through real life sex. And of course, the rest of the question confirms this, and that is the exact problem. This guy is probably pairing his masturbation with porn, and what porn is doing, it is basically numbing him, it is desensitizing him to real life sexual stimuli. That means you as their girlfriend are not as stimulating sexually to him as the images on his computer or on his phone. So wrap your head around that one. Yeah, that is not right, because real life sex should be more stimulating than what you're seeing on a screen, and that is a symptom of porn addiction. It is a symptom of porn-induced erectile dysfunction, porn-induced sexual dysfunction, and it is extremely common, especially in young men who have grown up with this high-speed internet porn their whole lives. I feel like every time I do one of these sex coach answers Reddit sex questions, there is something about how porn is ruining their sexual relationship, and it is so true and so common. I see it all the time. Listen, if you have sexual dysfunction and you're watching porn, then that is your problem. It is the porn. You don't need to take medication. You don't need to do some crazy Kegels or whatever it is. Cut the porn out, and more will improve than just your sexual function. Trust me, your whole life will improve. But I gotta keep emphasizing this over and over again because people don't get it. And that is because porn is so common in our lives and so many people watch it, and the porn industry would have you believe that there are no consequences. It's just having fun, and masturbation's okay. You can masturbate all you want, and it's actually healthy if you masturbate. And this kind of stuff just really irks me, it really pisses me off, because porn is not good for anyone. I would say masturbation is not even that great for a lot of people, and you don't really need it in your life at all whatsoever. So anyway, I digress. Don't watch porn, that is your problem. There you go, moving on to the next question. Final question here for this video today. At what point do kinks become perversion? And they go on to say that they have this fantasy, this fetish, and they are feeling a little bit ashamed about it, and they're wondering if this is not a kink anymore and it's a perversion, and they're a freak and they should be ashamed of this and they should try to suppress basically their carnal desires. And my response to this is, if you're feeling ashamed about it, then that's your problem basically. It is not, there is no fetish out there except for rape or harming children or something like that, where you're actually going to harm someone in the process. That is a perversion. I mean, as long as you're consenting and your partner is consenting to whatever fetish or fantasy you are doing, it is fine. It's whatever. If you need to express yourself in that way sexually to enjoy it, then go for it. Do it, and do it with someone that cares about you enough to actually entertain that fetish and fantasy. That's gonna provide amazing sexual experiences. If you feel ashamed about anything sexually, then either you are with the wrong person and you are feeling judged by that person, or you just haven't talked with that person communicated with that person and had an open dialogue about it. Or there's some other kind of reason, mentally, a mental block, something that you feel shame towards sex, and you really shouldn't. It sucks, but sort that out because it's going to decrease the quality of the sex that you can possibly have. So anyway, that'll do it for me. Hopefully these answers to these questions helped you guys out in some way. Hopefully some of you had the same questions and you were just scouring the internet for a sex coach to answer them. And here I am, saving you guys and delivering you guys the best sex advice there is on the internet. If you want more of the best sex advice on the internet, subscribe. Check out my other videos. I have done a bunch of sex coach answers internet sex questions, so check those videos out. Until next time, thank you so much for watching. I truly appreciate it, and I hope to see you guys in the next video. Bye, guys.